What do you guys think of the TV show Mayans MC? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you think it's actually better than the Sons of Anarchy? I don't know what you guys think. Leave a comment and let me know, and I'll let you know in just a second on this edition of Chris Aiken Presents. What is up, everybody? It is Chris Aiken, and it is time once again for another edition of Chris Aiken Presents. And today I'm going to be talking about the fourth season of the show Mayans MC. Now, if you're not aware of the Mayans MC, this is the sequel to the show Sons of Anarchy, which is one of my all-time favorite shows. And this comes at the audience from the opposite perspective of Sons of Anarchy. Sons of Anarchy, we followed the Sons of Anarchy motorcycle club, and one of their main rivals slash friends or frenemies or whatever you want to call them was always the Mayan MC, the Mexicans, the Mexican motorcycle club. And this series follows that club. It comes at it from that direction instead of from the Sons of Anarchy perspective. Now they've had turmoil within the show over the last couple of years. The big turmoil is that Kurt Sutter, that actually wrote Sons of Anarchy and wrote the original Mayans MC, has left the show / was fired. You can go to the internet and figure that all out. I don't know how that actually played out, but what I do know is he's not involved anymore. So it has a different flavor to it, and it's slower. I will say that. It's not as fast moving as Sons of Anarchy. Sons of Anarchy was one of them shows that, it was a rare crossover show where it had a storyline that went from the beginning of a season to the end of the season, but it also was good as just standalone pieces. I mean, even now you can go to Hulu, pull up Sons of Anarchy and just pop any episode out. And even if you don't know anything about the show, you can probably still enjoy it. Mayans MC, not so much. You really got to know the story to get it. So I'm telling you that now. If you're not following along, you're going to have to catch up before you can really jump into this show. But that being said, I might even argue it's a better show. And that's probably surprising to a lot of people because I know most people know how much I loved Sons of Anarchy. But this show, the story is deep. I'm not going to ruin much in the storylines at all here, but the storyline is deep. It's really, we're in season 4 and it's all built to today. And to me, that's great because it keeps me wanting more episodes. The fact that it's not, well, here's a new season and here's a new set of problems. They sort of have that, but they also have their new set of problems based off of the last season. So the basic of season 4 is that the club itself is in a state of turmoil because of a I don't know what you'd even call it, an impropriety from one charter of the MC to the other MC. And then the main character, Alvarez, who was also in Sons of Anarchy, has kind of stepped in as the leader of all of it to smooth it out and give the club some new direction. And a big change in the direction is that the San Padre club is their leader has been replaced. He was pushed out by Alvarez as the president, and now he's been stripped of his vice presidency in the club. So he's losing his mind, and the loyalty's all split. And Easy, who's the main character, who's right there on the motorcycle, has been handed the vice presidency, which is crazy because he basically is a just graduated prospect. And also he's the main reason for the division between the different charters of the club. So it's a crazy move. There's a ton of moving parts to this show. Season 4, though, has been fantastic. I cannot stress enough how good season 4 has absolutely been. It's the storylines have been great. The different storylines that are going on have been fantastic. The writing has been better than they have done in the previous 3 seasons, and it's just intense. I cannot stress enough how intense this show is, man. You sit down to watch it, and it's literally you're sitting on the edge of your chair waiting to jump, because it's not like a just chill out and watch type show. It's definitely tense. Um, the only negative that I have about the show in season 4, it's the same that I've had the previous 3 seasons, is do not watch it live. Don't watch it when it's on FX. When it's on FX, unless you just don't have Hulu or don't have access to Hulu, do not watch it on FX, because FX puts so many goddamn commercials into the show that it's hard to get into it. And I know for me personally, I watched the first 2 episodes were on the first week of it. We're 4 episodes in now. And the first 2 episodes were the first night. And it was like 3 hours long. And then the next day it was on Hulu. It was like an hour and a half long. I mean, that's how many commercials they're putting in this. And it sucks because it really, really wrecks it. So if you have Hulu, even if you have Hulu with commercials, they put in far less commercials than they do on FX. So avoid FX overall, because they don't seem to get that they're losing the momentum with every commercial break, especially when they're 3, 4, 5-minute breaks in between, and you can't skip that shit. You know, that's not how people watch TV anymore. Wake up, FX. So, but watch it on Hulu. It is fantastic. And I certainly highly recommend season 4 of Mayans MC. It's a fantastic show. It's been a great season, and man, it's building up to the big, really what everybody wants to see, which is the big clash between the Sons of Anarchy and the Mayans. That's what everybody kind of wants. And I think fans are kind of hoping that what's going to happen is it's going to kind of bring what we used to have with Sons of Anarchy back into the picture, only from the Mayan perspective, where we have both clubs prominently featured. We definitely have both clubs being prominently featured this season, although the Sons of Anarchy are not fully integrated yet, but apparently one of the Sons was killed by one of the Mayans, which I won't tell you if that's true or not, but if you've watched, you know. And I think people are looking for this to be the year when the full revival of Sons of Anarchy comes to play in the form of Mayans MC. So make sure you check it out. I'm loving it so far. I think you guys will too, especially if you like these kind of action shows like this. Great show. So check it out. Season 4 of Mayans MC out there on FX, but watch it on Hulu, okay? And while you're watching that on Hulu, make sure you're watching me on some platform, whether it's Rumble or Odyssey or BitChute or YouTube or Anchor, Spotify, or whatever, over Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever. I'm everywhere. So wherever you are watching it, make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure that you're leaving comments. Let me know what you think of CHRIS Akin Presents. Notification bell so you don't miss any of these things. Blah, blah, blah. All the podcasty shit that I'm supposed to say, okay? And with that said, that's going to do it for this edition of CHRIS Akin Presents. I have been Chris Akin, and guess what, folks? Yep, I will be again tomorrow. See ya.
Hey guys, my name's Scott Bowling. I have a YouTube show called Good Company with Bowling.
What's up? This is Clint Lowry from Seven Dust.
Hey, what's up? This is Sonny Mayo.
Hey, Ricky Rackman.
And you're watching Good Company with Scott Bowling.
I've interviewed bands like Limp Bizkit, Fozzy, Seven Dust, Korn. I've had Chris Farley's brother, Tom Farley, on the show. My show is kind of like a modern day Wayne's World. If you love a good interview, a good rock interview, or just any kind of interview, please, if you get a chance, check out my show, Good Company with Bowling.